Welcome, everyone. Today, we're diving into a genuinely mind-bending breakdown of the supreme powers within Tolkien's legendary universe. In this explainer, we're looking right past the mortal heroes and the magic rings to map out the top 10 absolute strongest beings in existence. Seriously, by the time we wrap this up, your whole view of Middle-earth is going to be completely transformed. So let's just jump right in and ask ourselves the really big question here. Beyond the magic rings, the glowing swords, and those massive, sprawling armies, who truly sits at the apex of this legendary cosmos? Like, who is actually pulling the strings of reality itself? Because, when you strip away all the mortal conflicts, the true masters of this universe reveal a hierarchy that's just incredibly complex and, honestly, pretty awe-inspiring. Section 1. The Scale of Middle-earth. Now, we often think of figures like Gandalf or Sauron as the absolute peak of power in this world, right? I mean, they literally dictate the wars of the Third Age. But here is a seriously humbling truth. They are merely the tip of a massive, ancient, cosmic iceberg. We're going to climb this cosmic ladder together, step by step today. We'll be starting from grounded earthly legends like the kings and elves, then moving into the angelic Maiar, stepping way up to the godlike Valar, and finally, ascending to the ultimate creator of the whole shebang. Section 2. Legends and Dark Lords. Okay, so at the very base of our top 10, we find the great kings and elves of the First and Second Ages. These figures represent the absolute peak of mortal and immortal earthly strength. They commanded massive armies and performed feats of endurance that quite literally shaped the early history of the world. To really grasp the absolute limit of earthly power, you just have to look at Fingolfin, the High King of the Elves, riding out all alone to challenge Morgoth, the first Dark Lord. It's the ultimate David and Goliath clash, right? Physical might versus a literal cosmic entity. Fingolfin fought valiantly, and he even permanently wounded Morgoth, but he was ultimately crushed. It just goes to show that physical force alone simply cannot defeat true cosmic power. So these legendary earthly figures firmly occupy the starting positions on our list at number 10. They are magnificent, for sure, but their placement here proves that even the greatest kings, the most skilled warriors, and the wisest elven lords are entirely humbled by the immortal entities that come next. Moving right along to Section 3, the Maiar, angelic forces. Think of the Maiar kind of like a lower tier of archangels. They are these primordial spirits that descended to Arda, which is the earth, to help shape and guide it, long before the world was even fully formed. Their ranks include bearded guides, terrifying fire demons, and yes, some very iconic Dark Lords. Now, here's a totally fascinating realization. Both Sauron and Gandalf are Maiar, but their domains couldn't be more different. Sauron pours his angelic power into domination and craft, violently controlling the physical world. Gandalf, on the other hand, representing wisdom and fire, is actually forbidden from matching Sauron's raw power with his own. Instead, he uses his magic to guide and inspire others to fight back. Angelic forces meant to serve, yet capable of reshaping the world. I mean, that perfectly encapsulates the Maiar, doesn't it? Even though they were designed as helpers to higher powers, they possess enough raw, inherent magic to completely alter Middle-earth's destiny, placing them securely right in the middle of our countdown. Section 4. The Valar, World Builders. All right, now we're getting into the heavyweights. The Valar are essentially the pantheon of gods in Tolkien's mythos. They are the godlike architects responsible for the physical shaping of the planet. We are talking about beings of such incomprehensible scale and majesty that they literally sang the physical world into existence out of the void. Just think about that for a second. To really grasp how exclusive this top tier is, consider this. While the Maiar make up vast, uncountable multitudes of spirits, only 14 spirits were ever given the world-shaking rank of Valar. It is a tiny, incredibly elite group of supreme commanders. And within that elite group, you have the ultimate cosmic rivalry. You've got Manwë, Lord of the Breath of Arda, ruling the skies as a benevolent king, standing directly against his brother Morgoth, who wields this devastating, corrupting might. And this wasn't just a battle of swords, you guys. It was a war of literal elements that sank entire continents and completely reshaped the geography of the earth itself. Section 5. The Ultimate Creator. If we trace the history of existence all the way back, past the ages of Middle-earth, past the shaping of the world by the Valar, we reach the void, a time before space or time even existed. And there was only one absolute, solitary presence. Sitting completely untouched, unchallenged, and unrivaled at the #1 spot on our list is a being whose power isn't just a part of the universe. This being is the universe. They are the source from which all life and reality flows. Eru Iluvatar, the One. Eru is the absolute, definitive apex of this mythology. He is the singular, omnipotent entity from whose mere thought the entire hierarchy of gods, angels, elves, and men was born. No ring of power and no dark lord can even fathom his depths, because literally every single ounce of power in existence originates from him. Listen to this profound warning from Eru to his rebellious creation. He says, "And thou, Melkor, shalt see that no theme may be played that hath not its uttermost source in me." Melkor, who we obviously know later as the Dark Lord Morgoth, is bluntly reminded that even his grandest rebellion and darkest evil are inevitably woven right back into Eru's supreme design. You simply cannot rebel against the author of reality without inadvertently serving their final narrative. Section 6. The True Nature of Power. So what is the ultimate lesson from climbing this massive cosmic ladder? Well, in Tolkien's universe, the higher up you go, power becomes a lot less about warfare and armies and entirely about the subtle orchestration of creation and harmony. Earthly domination, like Sauron obsessing over rings of power, is actually kind of a petty, limited endeavor. It's a mere shadow of true divine strength. I want to leave you all with this final thought to ponder. If ultimate power is truly about creating harmony and maintaining the music of creation, how does that change the way you view the epic battles of Middle-earth? Perhaps the real victory was never about who swung the sharpest sword, but about those who sacrificed themselves to preserve the song. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer today. Keep questioning the lore, and I'll catch you next time.